better days to come and carry us like wind in our sails.
Remember when we said we met a family and a nice boy, Badis, translated for us? Well, we stayed in contact with them and they invited us to come stay with them. So we parted ways with our good friends Jihan, Badis, and Balkis in Duz, and then we headed to Tajarin. We drove through the salt flats, which slowly turned into desert mountains.
Adi was on high alert as we drove through Tajarin. It's an area known for terrorists hiding up in the mountains.
Where did the ducks out?
We made it safely through to our friends in Tajarin, and we were offered delicious fruit straight from the cactus. It was succulent.
Salua taught me how to make this delicious traditional type of bread called Malawi. Then she made cake from scratch, and we had tea up on the roof overlooking the desert mountains in every direction.
The kids went down the street to their grandparents to show our kids all the animals they have there. Finally, it was time to make the Malawi.
bread maker yet?
Salua's cousin Sumaya came over because she's able to speak English, so she helped translate for us, and she made this delicious rice dish.
The next morning we made another type of bread called sabuna. It's cooked in a clay oven on the roof, and Salua has some real skill when it comes to making this. It's incredibly hot, and she just goes in there fearlessly, flipping bread to perfection.
I'm not sure if I mentioned this before, but Tunisians love to dance. For lunch, they were using spicy peppers and asked if we were good with spice. I told him we were. I told him I could even eat harissa straight from the jar. So then Hannibal was like, yeah, I gotta see this. He pulls out a jar of it and hands me a spoon, and
شوف السمك لابس. That's good.
And did I mention Tunisians love to dance? Lunch brought on another dance party.
Belsim and her sister and her cousin did each other's makeup, hair, and we even made bracelets. It was so fun.
What you guys doing?
Making bracelets out of little
Here, try things.
For supper, Salua taught me how to make Tunisian couscous. I'm pretty sure this is my new favorite dish right now. In the evening, they took us to this really lively outdoor cafe, and there was a wedding right next to us, and it was just really exciting watching the groom do his entrance on a horse.
The next morning, we went to the spring to fill up water. It was so fresh and delicious. Everyone has their own reason for sailing, but our story is probably a little different than most. Sailing was never really on our radar. I have severe psoriasis, and the cold air in Canada flares it up. It got to the point where moving, I was just in agony. One day I was laying down in bed, nearly bedridden, and looked at Lacey and I said, "Is there anywhere we could move that's maybe like tropical?" And she said, "Let me look into it." So she came back about a week later and said, "What do you think of sailing? We could stay in warm climates, and you can't get any closer to the ocean than that." So I'm like, okay, let's see how it works. And sailing has done wonders for my skin. Like, I have my life back, and it was just, it's amazing. But then when we went to the desert, the dry climate, it kind of made it flare up. The family there noticed this, and my skin was getting pretty bad, so they said, "What's going on?" I explained my condition. After that, they had me going to this desert healing water spring, and they insisted on bringing me there to try it, so it was pretty neat.
It was really cool. It was hidden, like, in the middle of the desert. You would have never found it.
Oh yeah, never would have found it.
And it was so cool. Hannibal showed us these like little chocolate cactus balls. I think they were called nabak. And they were seriously so good.
The family took us up to the mountains for this cool barbecue cookout.
The kids had fun collecting sticks to start the fire, and Salua and her cousin Sumia, they made stuffed Malawi with like veggies and harissa in it. It was really, really good.
there was only one car for all of us, so they ended up having to take us a few at a time. So what they did was like they would drive, pick a few up, drive them down. The rest of us would kind of walk towards there, and then they drop them off, like not all the way, just a little bit, and then
kilometers down the
a few
road.
kilometers down the road, come back, and we just kind of relayed all the way.
After a wonderful visit in Tajarin, we headed back to Monastir, and then we took another trip with our Monastir friends to Tunis. We checked out the famous City Boussaid, and it was absolutely gorgeous with like the blue and white everywhere, and it was so gorgeous out over the water, and it kind of had a Santorini feel to me. Did you feel like it was
kind of like
Santorini
Santorini
bit?
vibes a little.
It was really pretty.
Yeah, nothing. Just like decoration, and it has like city blue all over it.
We took a little break and ducked out from the heat and checked out the new Deadpool versus Wolverine movie.
It was really good what I seen of it, but me and Jihan were really tired because we had been awake really early, and we kind of used the opportunity for a nap. We were the only people there, so. Okay, so we were told about this really cool area to go for supper, and it's called Halk El Wed, I believe. And so we hopped on this train that I'm pretty sure is straight out of a zombie movie, and there was even a red full moon, so we weren't sure we were gonna make it, but we did. All was good, and we had a really nice supper.
How's the zombie train going?
And guess what?
What?
We are somewhere in the middle of nowhere.
If you enjoy our content, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel.